Happy Sunday. How are you feeling today, Julian?
I'm feeling good, great, and on top of the world right now.
Are you? I love it. I love it. I whew, I did not get much sleep last night. And that's okay. It was good. I did not drink last night. I'm going to do a dry December because November, my liver probably went into failure. So I am doing a dry December, starting off strong. I was at a little house party last night and I was the only one not drinking. Let me tell you, that perspective was so different. It was a shit show. It was so much fun though. It started off, because it was kind of like a family friend thing. Well, mostly friends, but and kids, so we're trying to get the kids out, have some adult time and catch up. It had been a while since we got together. Long story short, drinks were flowing. Everyone was feeling good. Wine glass broke, one fell. Girls are dancing, a little crazy. People are flirting. And then it moves downstairs to the infamous karaoke. And let me tell you, Josh had a nice karaoke setup. It was legit. Projector. It went from 0 to 100. So it was awesome. And I ended up bringing some of the kids back to my house and we didn't get to bed till like 4:30. So yeah, I almost wore sunglasses just because I don't know, it's too much, but that's a little bit of my weekend. What about yours?
My weekend was pretty spectacular. I did absolutely nothing. I just went to the gym, trained, worked out, got 1% better, and watched the fights this weekend and went fishing. Went fishing for the first time. I was out
Really?
at Longview Lake. I was trying to get me some big old cats,
Ah,
and we didn't get no bite. 6 hours in there, just keeping on live bait and some little chum, keeping it all
aw,
out there. Nothing came to us, but we just simple weekend, nothing too crazy. I feel like now that time has changed and like I'm more hyper focused in my fighting and stuff that I become more, isolated from society. Like I don't go out, I don't see anybody, I don't try to hang out. I literally
yeah.
try to hang in my own house, watch Christmas movies, Home Alone, third time last night, uh, as well as just relax. I don't, I want to go out, but like I find myself battling myself not going out, like, oh, we're all going to go out to this place. I'm like, oh, I'll go. No,
Yes.
you don't want to go. You don't want to really go. Like, come on, let's be honest, Julian. You don't want to go. Okay, you're right. You just want to stay home and watch Home Alone. Is it? Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's what I find myself with the inner battle.
Well, I get that. It's like, I mean, it is a different time right now. Plus, you're back in camp. And, I think as the seasons change too, I become more of a recluse. And I like this time of year. It's awesome. I love Christmas movies. The marathon starts like December 1st. It's Christmas movies down until actual Christmas. Um, Home Alone, it's so funny. We rented that for 2 nights in a row, but I really only like the original Home Alone, the Home Alone. Like, it's the only one I really, really love.
I put out a poll multiple times to find out what person, like what they like when it comes to Home Alone, one, two, or three. I don't know if there's a fourth one, but a lot of people are actually going with Home Alone 2. I personally love Home Alone 1. I'm
Yes.
all day. I think it's the best. As well as my brother. But there's a part of me that kind of drags to like Home Alone 2 because it's just a little bit cool. He's
Yeah.
out in New York. He goes to
Yeah.
Central Park. He's just venturing out as a child. You see prostitutes for the first time. You didn't realize it. You see like what goes on at night in New York. And
Does
that
that
was just,
really go on? That really happens?
I don't
Hmm,
know, but it was
didn't
just
know
like a
that.
thought. I don't know what happened in the 90s,
Yeah.
you know, but Macaulay Culkin out there alone in Central Park is very appealing. It's awesome. It's as well. That's what the first video game is. I remember owning that video game back then. It was the worst, best game you could ever play.
I love it. In the Home Alone 2, though, the bellman was the best. I mean, he cracked me up. I forgot the name of his or the actor's name, but okay, there were some good parts, but it's just I'm an original kind of girl. I think the first one of almost anything is the best. Like, Back to the Future, all of those. So, all right, but Home Alone is good. Okay, so I don't know. That was my weekend. It sounds like yours was pretty low key. I did watch the fight a couple of the fights last night. The UFC card wasn't really like appealing to me, and I had been waiting for the Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. So that I loved it. I was so fired up, and it had been since 2005, I think Tyson had fought. So it was exciting for me. What did you think of the fight?
Well, this is the thing is like everybody loves Mike Tyson. Everybody loves Roy Jones Jr. So it was like very difficult to not enjoy the process of watching the fight. But yet we all knew what that fight was, and that was a money fight. When we watched it, both these guys were tired. We thought one person was going to try to knock the other person out. We didn't really see that. Roy Jones was grabbing a hold of him. It was cool to watch it, but at the same time, it was just like, why am I watching this?
I was hoping for a knockout. And I mean, I feel like they could only get a couple 1-2 punches. And then Jones kept grabbing him. I don't know if he was tired or what, but I thought, it went to this draw. And I definitely wasn't a draw. Tyson dominated. Absolutely. And I feel he could have gone a lot harder, but obviously they weren't hurting each other. So, and it was for a good cause because now they're doing it for charity. And I like the efforts behind it. So I loved it. It just, you could still see the power and the quickness and I love watching Tyson fight. I was all warm and fuzzy inside.
You can't beat that. I mean, a lot of people were watching that fight because of that same feeling, that same reason. Me being an athlete, being a fighter myself, watching that, it was just kind of like, man, like I liked watching it, but I remember what it was like to watch him. And I remember what it was like to watch Roy Jones. And it was cool to see it. And it's awesome they say it's done, but I thought it was hilarious on their post-fight speech where they were talking and the ring announcer was like, what do you think about this draw? And Tyson, like, well, I'm cool with it. Roy Jones like, I'm not cool with it, but he hits hard. Like, we might run it back. And, it was all for money. That's all it was. That's why I don't think either one were going to try to go for the knockout. And I'm so happy I didn't bet on that because a lot of people didn't realize that if that went to a decision, I think ultimately it was going to be a draw because there's not a winner on it. It's an exhibition match. Yeah. But yet they had the lines everywhere, it was unreal.
I know it kept going up like minus 770 for Tyson. And as the rounds went on and on. So it was interesting. I liked it. Like I said, money goes to charity. I don't know. It was exciting. Brought back some memories, and I'm sure it was pretty exciting for both of them. And I can't imagine like how they were feeling. Even though it was 2-minute rounds, they still went all 8. So kudos to both of the gentlemen. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it. How about the co-main event? Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. What did you think of that?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't watch that fight like at all. It was going on the same time as Gina Mazzani. That's my teammate. She was fighting Rachel Ostovich, which is my future ex-wife. But the thing is I saw the highlight reel. I saw a quick snippet of it. I don't think even if there was nothing going on, I would watch that fight just because I didn't care. It was terrible. Jake Paul knocks out Nate Roberson it was a good knockout.
Yeah,
it was good. It looked great. But other than that, like, cool, man. Like, you are an actor that just fought a guy that's never boxed in his life, and you knocked out a 31-year-old, 33-year-old, 35-year-old Nate Robinson. Like, cool, man. Congratulations. Like, you made millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. It is what it is, but I didn't really care. That guy's I think he's an idiot.
I think he's a tool. Yeah. Professor X said the guy's a douche. And I think a lot of people hate on him because he's not, I mean, he does box. He has a little bit of experience, but he's not a professional in any way, shape, or form. However, I have to give him props and he's making money, having fun. He's getting YouTube views. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what I would want for, my kid or whatever, but he's doing his own thing. So I don't hate on him for that. I just wonder what, because now he's calling out Conor McGregor, and he's going to really get himself seriously injured but nobody's going to take the fight. Like, Conor is not going to even blink at that guy. He's going to say, who? Like, Jake Paul, who? Please, like, nobody has time for him. They don't know him on that level. So he can call out whoever he wants. They're not going to waste their time on him.
Well, the call out isn't for him to actually get the fight. The call out's for marketing. It's doing exactly what it is. What are we talking about right here on this podcast? What are they posting on Twitter, on all the social media channels about? Is him calling out Conor McGregor, him calling out Ben Askren, him calling out Jorge Masvidal. He's calling these like fighters out, especially like just to get his name out there and push it. People would talk about it. Look, he's intelligent. He's doing his marketing correctly, and he's getting money. He's getting paid. All of that stuff is great. Like, I'm not going to knock him for doing it and going there and let him do that. I just personally think he's an idiot, but yet go for it, man. Like, you can go and get the money however you want. You can talk your big game. You can sit there and get these exhibition fights with, actors, actresses and stuff. But who cares if he gets in a fight with, Conor McGregor? Who cares if he gets in a fight with any big boxer? Put him with anybody you want. Put him with another Canelo, or put him with anybody. I don't really care. You can knock him out, because look, I will tell you this right now. If you paid me $1 million to step in the ring with 1995 Mike Tyson for $1 million, I would step right in there and let him knock me the fuck out. I don't give a shit. I've fought for less. But to him, like, I don't really, who cares, man? Like, they're going to push this guy. He's going to sit here and do this. A lot of people won't fight him because it's going to be stupid. If Conor fought him, Conor would expect, to have at least $100 million to step in that ring. So unless that guy can produce $100 million on a promotion to pay for that, it's not worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Who was it? Rumble. This is great. Posted about Anthony Rumble Johnson. Love him, by the way. He posted about Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. Here was his post. Thought it was great. All y'all out there thinking y'all can fight because you trained for 6 months. Don't end up face down, ass up, just because you think shit is cooler, because real fighters make it look easy. Y'all want to be better take notes and not fuck up and end up a highlight reel. All that talk about at least you stepped in there and put it on the line needs to stop. Because I saw a schoolyard fight that ended with a typical sloppy ass knockout from two people that just want to say they're in there. Shake my head. Don't wake up today saying you had a dream that you can do this all of a sudden. I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, because it's disrespectful to the sport, I think. And that's where he's coming from. And I don't know. Don't make a fool of yourselves, fellas.
Look, I respect it, man. I love his response. It was actually spot on. It was correct. It's the way you do it. But look, I'm never going to hate anybody on any way they make money. That's the same way as like you're hating on someone that has an OnlyFans account to try to make a couple bucks, whether they're cute, not, or acceptable. Yeah. This is the thing, is like that kid just got in there and fought. Yeah, disrespectful to the sport. But to be honest, a lot more people do worse shit for this sport than what he's doing. Yeah, he's not that talented in my eyes. He's good enough to beat Roberson, but if you put him in there with an actual professional, high-level professional, where you're fighting to fight and you get hit with a right hand or a left hand that's a solid one, it connects, then you're going to find out who you really are. Now, he spoke in his interviews, and I listen to a lot of them. I follow Ellie Setback. I love how he interviews boxers and just anybody that's an up-and-comer. And, he was talking to him, and he spoke that he was like, he's been sparring with Canelo's training partners and WBC, title holder training partners. And he's fighting like high-end people in the gym, training with these guys and hanging with them. And it's just a different thing, because whenever you're going into the training, that person's not really looking to kill. That person's really to work on his new technique that he's trying to improve to get in the specific fight that he has coming up. Whereas this guy is just trying to stay alive during that time.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. Well, I like your input. I always love hearing a fighter's perspective. That's why I love having you as my co-host. You shed light into things or make me see things, and hopefully our listeners in a different way. So thank you for being a professional. We like that. All right. So that was the fights. I didn't really talk about Thanksgiving too much. I know it's past, but this is the weekend after. How was your Thanksgiving? What did you all do? I did have some fun. I got these quirky little jokes from the fans, which I thought they were kind of cute. But what did you do for Thanksgiving?
Man, I just hung out with family. Nothing. We kept it small. We had to. My grandma
Oh,
hasn't had COVID yet. Everyone in my family has, but her. So she wasn't
okay.
trying to just have too many people over. So we just kept it
Oh,
small. Aunts, uncles, cousin,
nice.
and or cousins. We just kicked it at the house, played Uno, talked a bunch of crap, made way too much food. Because I don't
Okay.
know if you guys are Hispanic out there that are listening to this, or if you've been to a Hispanic family, like we overcook food to the point where it's just way too much. We'll cook a whole turkey, a whole ham. We'll cook an entire tray of mashed potatoes, 3 different kinds. We have vegan mashed potatoes, which are going to come with no butter or any milk dairy products. We have regular mashed potatoes that are going to be filled with a bunch of ranch and just a
Oh,
bunch of cheeses and all this stuff. Then we have cauliflower mashed potatoes, and that's not even going to
oh,
work with the squash mash that I made. That's just that. And that's not
okay.
including every single family member brought something. So we just had a way too much amount of food. I've been on a diet for so long, so I only had like a little bit, got super full, and just went into a coma off of one bite and literally like one plate.
Nice.
And we played Uno Attack and watched Home Alone. Kid you not, dead serious.
I love it. I think that's a perfect holiday. Yeah, ours was kind of same, low key. Not much going on. It was kind of funny because everyone's like, man, it's just like not normal, but you know what? This is our normal. So we have to get used to it. Always do what we're thankful for, and very important, family, friends, health, the fans that support us, just roof over our head, all that good stuff. So it was a blessing. Grateful to spend another holiday with my family. So glad yours was good. Now, I did see a couple funny memes, and I thought this Kermit meme was funny. It said something about Kermit the Frog about Thanksgiving. Like, okay, all right, everyone's hanging out for Thanksgiving, and your money's kind of tight, so you don't want to have to buy for everyone, so you start bringing up politics. I was like, okay, yeah. So then everybody's fighting. You don't have to buy for people. Okay, so that was kind of cheesy. All right. Okay. I'm laughing at myself. I have no reason why. I'm sure you've all heard this one. What do rednecks do for Thanksgiving? Oldest one in the book.
I've never heard it.
Yay! I'm so happy right now. Okay, they pumpkin.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know it is, but hey, on Pornhub, like that's the shit everyone's into. So you know what? Oldie but goodie. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Love it. Me too. Love me. Okay. Anyway, we won't go there. I'm trying to keep it somewhat PG. What does a stripper eat for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I don't know.
Twerky.
What?
Twerk, twerk. Woo, woo. Okay, cheesy. Okay, and last one. This one is, all right, so all you wives out there that are on my side, we know this isn't true. So I'm not a big fan of this joke, but it's kind of funny. Wives are like Thanksgiving turkeys. They eventually get fat and stop gobbling. Not true. No. But you know what I mean? Like when you walk down the aisle, they say, here's your funeral. You know what? Fuck you guys. It's not always like that. Okay.
That's pretty
Anyway.
funny.
So those are a couple little goofy little fan, whatever jokes or whatever that came through, and then obviously we have the fan questions that I have, they're more like direct message slides, blah, blah, blah. So
Read them. Those are the best though. Those best ones. Well, let's find out. I want to know what it's like to be in a receiving person for Kendra's DMs. Like I want to know what these people ask you. And that way too, we can also put some people on blast that listen to this, like, hey, quit being a fucking cunt and sending weird shit like this. Well, people gotta know. We're educational, right?
We are. So I don't know if it's you guys or you, but I've been trying to delete these messages, my messages, and they don't go away. They keep coming back and back. Why?
Well, I have no clue.
Okay. Well, 99 plus. Sometimes, okay. So this one, I just get like a devil face. This one is a coach with a little heart face. He's flexing.
They're just showing
Hey.
emojis.
Yeah. Hey, if you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I would love for you to come to my family strip club. See, they're keeping it in the family. It's called something Cabaret. I won't say what it is. My father is the original owner and founder of all the Scarlet blah, blah, blahs. Something about Tootsies. We would love to have you come out. Well, this actually might be a fun one. Forget that.
That
Thank
doesn't
you.
sound bad at all. I would
No,
go to that strip
thank
club.
you, Clay. And I love that. Okay. Answer me. I'm a big fan of Becky, Kendra.
Look, that's one thing I hate the most right there. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I absolutely hate when people tell me like where they sit there and they're like, yo, I'm your biggest fan. Respond to me. Follow me. It would mean a lot to this. Like the other day, I had someone send me a message saying, hey, man, is it cool if I buy something for my dad or like anything to get you to sign? My dad loves UFC or my stepdad or whatever. I love UFC, this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Like I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Just he's like, what can you get me? And I was like, well, I'll just sign you stuff. He's like, well, can you buy some gloves and sign them and like send them me? Or can you give me like your t-shirts and sign them and send them to me? Or can you give me a sweatshirt? Or like what other UFC fighters can you get to sign it? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, wait a minute, dude.
I don't even know you.
You asked to send me something to sign for you, which I will 100% will. But now you're asking me to buy something for you, to sign it, to send it so that you can give it as a gift for your stepdad for Christmas. Like I understand, but I'm not going to buy something for you. I'm not. Now, out of my heart, if I had extra stuff that I can give, but oh yeah, man, I'll sign this for you because I've done that. I've signed many gloves and given them all out. But why are you telling me I have to buy something for you to sign when it first started out with you're going to send me something to sign for your stepdad? Now it sounds completely off. And now you're asking me to get in contact with stuff. And now you're asking me to follow you. And it's like, wait a minute, dude.
No, you're way too demanding. And I don't even know you. I do not like the demands. I cannot stand it. Nothing turns me off more than someone demanding, answer me, follow me. I don't. It's the biggest turnoff. Like I usually, listen to me, I usually don't get angry, but I really want to go through the screen. Like I said, so maybe some of these are really cute though, but they just go on and on and on. I'm grateful though. You're my crush. You're more than welcome. I mean, beautiful ones. These are really sweet. What's up? Oh, this is a really fun one. I would love to make you a very rich anal. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't even know what that means. What?
No clue. Oh, you might know this one because I can't speak. I'm doing my Spanish classes, right? So a little bit like, my teacher now will ask me preguntas and I'm like, oh, no preguntas. So like now I know like a little bit or like, I'm learning just like he cleans his car every week, like basic little, el limpio su.
Oh, you're getting the conjugations?
Yeah. So a little better. Anyway, but this one, I don't know what this means. Si nos casamos, uso hasta los calzoncillos de tu marca. The fuck's that mean?
If we don't get married, can I use your, I think you said underwear? I think that's what you said. Can I use your underwear with your mark on it?
No, senor.
That was just a really weird, okay.
Anyway, so these are fun. But I'm loving the Spanish. Sorry to change this up. Hey,
I'm proud of you. I love that. I love that you're learning a new language, especially that right there. You got a little bit on there. You sounded real good.
Positive. I'm trying to roll my R's a little bit better. Like, and the D, like when you say the D, it's like the. So like, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I
understand.
On the spot, right? Anyway, so yeah. Hey, I seen your video. I want to fuck you. I mean, I need something more original, guys. Come on. Make me laugh.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's one of those things, I kind of want to brush up on that. But like, how does that make you feel? You're a successful adult film star, you're a successful business owner, you're successful in just about everything you do. Yet you get these people that get into your DMs or your
Yeah.
comments and other people's comments when you try to put your opinion. How does it make it feel when these people give you this negative comment or these negative conversations or say negative things about you? Like, how do you block that out?
I just don't even, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, in all honesty, I think it's comical now. Um, it just, these people really don't matter to me. They're not in my circle, right? If they're negative, I don't want them in my circle anyway. And I just try to block it out. I think it's a mindset. However, early on it wasn't. And I would, oh, do I really need to do this? And it's like, you know what? I need to focus on being a better version of me for me. And you're never going to please all the fans. Some are going to say, you should do this. You shouldn't do that. Everybody's different. Like, I don't care. It really doesn't matter to me.
I used
Um,
to have a
yeah.
friend in my circle that I thought was like a close friend. They ended up living with me. And that person would always it would always do things similar to that. It was that comments like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," or "These posts are terrible," or "Your podcast is horrible." This is way back when I started my own. "Your podcast is horrible. You need to start having other people on there. You need to." And it was just like everything he kept saying was got to the point where he tried telling me to not fight anymore.
Oh,
Tried telling
really?
me, "Don't fight anymore. You need to focus on business and make money." And I was like, it was just like, whoa, wait a minute. And that's when I kind of started realizing, I kind of stepped back and did the third eye view of that situation and realized like that person was no different than anybody else that's on, social media commenting. He's a
Yeah.
person that's going to mooch off you and drain you from all your resources or use you to get something to get him to what he wants. And it was just is how it is nowadays, man. It's how it is with, comments and stuff. And it's like, I love how you say that if they're negative, they're not in your circle. And that's
Yeah.
something that I've learned because, I'm newer in in the business of
Media.
success
Yeah.
where, you've been successful for a long period of time and I'm just starting it up. And you start seeing a lot of these people come out of nowhere and start attacking you personally, start
Yeah.
friending you and thinking that you're alongside with them. Like you guys are, this person has my best interest. This is my best friend. Like this person loves me. It's
Mhm.
not like that.
I know. And I think at first it kind of hurts. It's a little sting. Like, wow, I really thought this person had my best interest. And then you realize when certain things stop, the favors, the money, those little things, and I think for a while, I did let it change me where I was so cynical and I didn't even like myself because I was allowing outside negativity influence the person that I am. And I didn't like who I was starting to become. Started to become just ugly inside, and that's not who I am. So I thought, you know what? I need to really stop and focus and really think about, not allow the behavior of others or the energy of others affect who I am, because I think that is important to stay true to yourself. It's not always easy. It's a challenge. However, I mean, I still have faith in humanity. And I say that I think I'm just a little bit more cautious and more aware and just before I let people in. And it's not like, oh, my circle's that cool. I'm not that exciting. Okay. But, you know, I'm aware, just more cautious, I guess. So, but really trying to not let it change who I am and just try to be kind and, not be a jerk. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit different. This is the thing. Look, I'm at that stage, and you've probably been here where I'm just, if you're with me, you're with me. If you're against me, by definition, you're
Yep.
not with me. You're
Yep.
not, whatever,
Yeah.
however it goes. But I'm cold, man. I don't have time for it. The moment I realized that you were mooching or you're living off me or you're trying to get something to benefit you, you're cut off. Like I don't
Yeah.
have time for you. I don't
Yeah.
have time. Like the my time and your effort just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
balance. Like And it just doesn't work out for me. And that's why like a lot of people will try to slide in my DMs and ask me for favors or ask for money, which is sad.
Tacky. The money part, like unless they're really desperate or like it's a medical need for like a child or something like that, I have a hard time loaning. I'm just going to give, but even then I'm very, very cautious.
No, I don't do it. I don't. I'm not going to give anybody money. I don't give anybody no money. I do not at
I
all.
love you.
Look, me and my dad do something at the end of the year, and that's the only time that I give money. I don't, when I see someone walk on the side of the road asking for money, panhandling, or trying to get some money, I won't. If someone slides in my DM saying, "Hey, I need this, I need that," I don't, I don't give it to them because I don't trust you enough.
I
You
know.
know, 10 I want to say 10 days prior to this, you didn't reach out to me, but then I post a photo of me holding an Xbox Series X brand new, asking who else wants an Xbox Series. And then all of a sudden you start asking me for money because this, that, and the other, but you didn't look to ask me money before. It just doesn't like, I don't look at it like that. Like you have to be seriously super low, or you have to be seriously a piece of shit to the point where someone looks at you and is like, I never want you part of my family again. You've done everything and took all of our money. Get the fuck out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, no matter how much I try, I could never be broke.
Yeah. Well, it's just not in who you are. Like you're always thinking, you're always moving. And it's like failure is not an option for you. And whatever it is that you do.
But it's not, I don't mean like I can never be broke. It's just like there's there's always going to be someone out there that I have that would give
Help you
me a
out.
place to stay.
Yeah.
Someone that I know that I give a place to stay. How, think about this. All these people that are asking you for money, are doing all this stuff, or even on the side of the road, think about this. How is that person exhausted all of their friends to the point where they don't want to give them a place to stay? They've
See,
done they've done something to ruin it. Like I could never do that, and that's why I don't care.
I know. Well, and that's where I'm the opposite. My heart just doesn't allow me to. I don't know what it is. Okay. And I don't want to get on this whole religious thing. I do believe that there's a higher power. You believe what you believe. Everyone can, and I respect everyone's religious beliefs or spiritual, whatever it is. My thing is, when I see someone on the side of the road, I don't care if they look like somebody who does crack. I don't care. I don't care if they're trying to hustle me because my heart will not allow me not to give a little something. And it's not, and they say, you give because you want to, you don't give because you think what they're going to do with that money. Then that's like defeats the purpose. And Professor X will disagree with me. And we fight about that, not fight, but disagree on that. And it bothers me. And I think you have to be in a really bad place to be sitting out there. Like that's humiliating. And some people don't have family, and I'm sure most of them are probably hustling me, but what, $5-10? Like I blow it. So I do it, and maybe it's selfish. I do it for me. It makes me feel good. Whatever.
Look, I've been in the position where I've given food to people because I'd rather
Yeah.
give you food than money. But there's times, and it's happened more often than you would think, that
Yeah.
I go to give someone food and they tell me I don't want that. And
That
then you
pisses
look
me
at them
off.
and you look at them and you're like,
Yeah.
well, then you don't really need to be on this corner. And that's where it comes back in the 90s. Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan were together on a interview, and they're going out, and Charles talks about like how he was giving money. He was going to give money to a bum or somebody that asked for money, put their hand out for the money, say, hey, can I have a couple bucks? And Charles went to reach to give him money, and Michael Jordan slaps his hand. And it goes over to Michael Jordan explaining himself. He goes, look, if that guy can ask you, hey, can I have some money? Then he can damn sure ask you, what would you like to eat at McDonald's? And that's 100% true. That guy can ask you for money and go directly there and do that. The reason why they're not doing it is because they don't want, it's free. It's easier to get money from you. If 20 of you went to the same person a day giving $5 or $10, that person would have already worked tax-free money.
Yeah.
Like, and look, out of the greatness of my heart, I give money to people that I know it will
Yeah.
benefit and help. Now, if I know you and you ask money for me, I'm not going to give it to you because you're not somebody that I care to give it for.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to, there has to be reasons. Okay, I know this person. This guy's a dad. I see him busting his ass all year long. They're struggling, they're hurting. They need a little bit of help. I'm
Yeah.
going to go there and just help them out this Christmas. That's
Yeah.
something that I would do. But I'm not going to give you money on the side of the road. I don't care how bad a shape you are. You had a years of putting people down and literally just you had to shit on so many people in your life to the point where you can't go anywhere to be on there.
And you and Professor X are in complete agreement on that one. So I lost that one, but hey, can't help how we feel. All right, so let's talk about, well, I was going to say good news. I wanted to mention something real quick before we get to hotties of the week and then our quick porno wedding fight. Good news I read and I thought this was beautiful. Granted, he has a ton of money, but it doesn't mean that he has to do anything with it. Justin Timberlake was in the news. He was so kind. He is a native of Tennessee, and there was a child, or I think he was like 17, who has cerebral palsy and needed a van wheelchair accessible. So they were trying to raise money, blah, blah, blah. And I guess they didn't raise enough. So Justin Timberlake had it delivered to this young man, and I thought that was beautiful. And then they did this Zoom call type thing, and that warmed my heart. And I need some good news. So thank you, Justin Timberlake, for being not only kind but talented and awesome. So thank you for that. That was so cool. I love that. All right, hottie of the week. I'm going to share mine, and then we want to hear yours, Julian. My hottie of the week is dun, 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 Nicole Mitchell. Now, she does have a backup account, so let me make sure I get this right. You just gave me, because I'm like, wait a second. Here she is. All right, so it's Mitchell, MITCHELLNIKOLE. Now, this beauty was a pastor's, well, still a pastor's daughter and a teacher. And now she's come to the other side. She's a naughty teacher and she has an OnlyFans. So she was seen on Jimmy Kimmel. She was in the New York Post and on Sirius XM. Super nice. I've talked to her a couple of times and life coach too and model. Just a beautiful, sexy woman. And I just love that she is smart. She is obviously intelligent and caring if she was a teacher, because teachers are awesome and they do not get enough credit. However, they don't make enough money. So I can see why she's gone to OnlyFans and she's quite successful. So you guys will definitely have to check out her OnlyFans. She has a link tree in here so you can check out all of her sexy links. And again, her name is Nicole Mitchell on Instagram. Yeah, check her out, guys.
She's like that dirty blonde, innocent look. She definitely looks like that school teacher, that naughty teacher that you would sit there and she'd probably be the home ec teacher. That's what she is. She's the one that teaches you how to make food and how to set your plate up. That's the type of teacher she looks like. She's very innocent, very kind, but
she's cooking up something.
She switches it up. I wonder what she would have on her OnlyFans if she would have that like naughty teacher, priest daughter. Like that would just or pastor's daughter. That's kinky.
Oh yeah, definitely. So check her out.
Well, okay. My beast, well, it wouldn't be a beast, it's gonna be a beauty, but I'll call her a beast because she's beasting it out there. Her name on Instagram is Angela_Mazzanti. It's ANGELA_MAZZANTI. This tatted up gorgeous beauty is something that's been on my radar most recently. She has her own merch. She just had a merch drop and it popped up on my Instagram on like the Explorer page. And I looked at her shirt and fell in love with it. Sent her a message, said, I need this.
I love it.
I got you. So then I like kind of just dove into like her profile to see her. She had over 600,000 followers. I'm like, oh, who is this? Well, she's done music videos. She's a rapper She started in 2008 or 18,
Mhm.
and she did a song with Rick Ross called "We." I'm sorry, I just went there. Um, I just went mind blank right there. I don't know why. She did a song with Rick Ross. She had another song as well. I could pull it up, but this girl, she is tatted from the feet up all the way to the top. She does not care what she says. She doesn't care if she's gonna hurt you with what her thoughts are. She lives for herself. She talks to herself, and she's funny. She has a TikTok. She's literally living up to everyone's like, oh, like this girl is not the type of beautiful that you would see on a Maxim magazine.
Yeah.
That this girl is the type of beautiful that you'd see on a heavy metal
Yeah.
magazine. Tattoos on her knuckles all the way up. She has pink hair. She switched her hair color. She raps and she's naughty, but she dances. She does all these trends like on TikTok. That's why I think it's so cool. She has her own business. She has her own merch store. Like that's beasting out there.
Yeah,
You know what I
she's
mean?
definitely savvy. She's smart, trendy, fierce, badass nails, which I do love. Oh, I think she's adorable and sexy. Like she's got a lot all in one. Believe it or not, even with her tattoos, she can look a little innocent in some of these. Something about her eyes.
That's the thing is like on her TikTok, she does this trend where
Mhm.
someone's like, "Hey, remove your tattoos," and she like was like, "Okay." Well, she put on makeup on her entire body and like literally removed all of her piercings and took like paint all over her body or whatever makeup you would do and covered her entire tattoo to where her entire body where it looks like she has no tattoos, and
Wow,
she looks absolutely innocent,
love
like
it.
legitimately looks like the preacher's daughter,
I
you
love
know?
it.
But
I love it.
her link tree in her bio, she has an OnlyFans. She has all the stuff that, every guy, girl would love to see. And I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure it's something that you guys can work and do some stuff together. It would be, I don't know. I'm just gonna hook
It
you
would
up with
be
all these
epic.
people that I find like I think you guys would do good.
Yeah, we would definitely have some fun. I like it. I like it. Well, you guys will definitely have to check her out. Ah, hotties. Whew, it is a little hot in here. All right. We haven't played this game in a little while. Porno wedding fight. Now, I have my three for you. And brace yourself, baby. Brace yourself. All right. First one, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, or Lil Kim.
Oh, all day I'm marrying Little Kim. All day, original. I'm taking her. I will marry her and stick with her from the start to finish. I'm with it.
Even with
Like
her rap sheet. I love it. You're a
I don't
ride or die.
I'm all in with her. I'll never she
Yeah.
was the first, she was my first thing, and I'm with it.
Get
Now,
it.
Nicki Minaj, she was the second. She's awesome. I think she is. So um so that's a wedding night. I would definitely do a porno with her. I think
Yeah.
it'd be a great one. She'd just be fun. She'd be cool. But I'm a straight fight Cardi B because goddamn, she's fucking annoying.
Feisty.
She's annoying as shit. And
Feisty.
it would just be like that. Her little like laugh is just terrible. And everything she does is just, it's not my cup of tea. I just don't like, she went over the top. She lost me. Like once she started getting more famous, she becomes more and more just not my cup of tea.
All right. So you're fighting her ass. All right.
I'm squaring
Marrying
up with her,
Lil
but we
Kim.
still hitting it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So those are my choices. Do you have a
I'm gonna
list?
keep yours on for this. So we're gonna keep it in the UFC.
Something good.
I liked it, and with last night, I was sitting there. You know, both these girls looked phenomenal. Gina Mazzani and Rachel Ostovich. Both of them looked
Ooh.
fantastic. And then I was like, you know what? Let's see what she would do if I threw Paige in there. So I've
Okay.
given her before, but now I gave Paige Van Zant, Gina Mazzani, and Rachel Ostovich. Porno wedding fight. Hit it.
Hmm. How come I don't know what Gina Mazzani looks like?
Gina looked phenomenal last night. She cut her first time to 180 or 185. What am I talking about? That's my weight. She cut her first to 125, and bitch, she looked good. She looked good. And then her and Rachel were fighting.
There
That fight
she
was
is.
fantastic. But
Yes, yes, yes.
Gina looked on point.
Ooh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yes, yes. I just couldn't see. Okay. Face. Okay. All right. Who am I? Well, it's like I take it so seriously. Who am I going to do? I don't really want to fight, but I kind of want to have, like, I'm picturing it like kind of rough wrestling around and just a little choking and slapping and I don't know. Maybe two elbows are a little fierce, but with Ostovich, Rachel Ostovich, definitely I will have some dirty fight sex with her. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna have married wedding sex with Paige because I really just kind of, to me, she's a little bit more, she's tough. She's a badass, but I want to kind of, like, I would wine and dine her a little bit more delicately. Like, I would stroke her hair and then, stick my tongue in places gently and then fiercely. But definitely wedding with her. She's just like I don't know. She's a beautiful little prize. And then, I guess I'm gonna have to, okay, so we've got the mirror, we've got the fight. So the porno's gonna have to be with Gina. We're just gonna get nasty. I don't know. We're gonna be doing some spitting and violating all holes, and it's just, we're going ham. So
I love it. I love it. I love the description of all of them.
yeah.
And I love how with my future ex-wife, you're gonna fight her and throw elbows in the middle of sex. Like, this is kind of fucking
Yeah.
wild. Like, that's a new little thing. That must be something that you adult film stars get a little bit crazy with, throwing elbows. Because when you hit me with an elbow, we ain't having no fun. I'm just
It's
telling
just
you
like,
that.
I mean, not in the face, just kind of like to the throat a little bit, but
Elbow to the throat, golly.
yeah,
I need to
just a
take some
little
pointer tips from you.
gently. And then, it's good. It's good during, like, the orgasm. Anyway, good stuff. Well, yeah. So I feel like, we ended our show on a great note. I'm glad everyone had a great Thanksgiving, enjoyed their weekend. I have to go do surgery on a stuffed animal. So we're going to leave
What
it at
amazing
that.
right there. Saving the day one stuffed animal at a time. I love it. Tune
Yeah.
in next week, guys, because we're going to dive into a little bit of different spices for you. The stuff that you've been waiting to hear from us.
Yes.
We'll check you guys out then.